Well, today's the day we're gonna blast off and quilt up this treasured quilt from the Double Focus book, and I think it's turned out so fun. So once again, this one needed a backing, as most of my 3-yard quilts tend to need. I don't have a lot of backing stuff stashed, and so that's where I kind of go for a Kona. And with there being the bright green on the front and a lot of blue, I decided blue's what the backing needed. So I haven't decided quite yet what design I'm gonna do. I feel like I want to do something with stars and kind of give it a spacey feel, so then it kind of blends in with here, even though there's no stars on there. So I may, as I'm basting it in, kind of look through my little edge-to-edge designs that I have and kind of go, what do I want to do on this? So I think I'm going to do a blue thread on the front. Like my graphite blue is probably one of my favorites. We'll see if I have it. I may need to actually go buy more. I think I've used a whole bunch of it recently, but if I don't use that, it's gonna be some shade of blue. But I think on the back, I might do a contrasty bright green, because I think that would be super fun to have blue and green on the front and then some blue and green on the back. My binding I did have, so it is that green. So that'll kind of show up around the back as well as tied into the front. So I think I do have to piece this. This one I think is a little bit wider than with the fabric. Bummer, but such is life. Have to go piece of backing. Probably have to make some batting too. And then we'll be over at my long arm. So I'm gonna figure out my measurements of here, give myself that little bit of overage, and then we're gonna get to work. So this Buzz Lightyear quilt is here and ready for takeoff. I've got my backing all loaded, which was that dark blue. My top all basted in. We've got the green here, and I'm going to use this steel blue from Glide. It's pretty close to this color here, so I think it'll be a good like neutral blue all across without adding like the lime green everywhere. And I did think about doing a different color in the bobbin, just to have something crazy on the back, but I went ahead with this on the bobbin as well. So with that said, we're going to be doing this Star Sparkle one, or Star Shine, one of the two. They have very similar names. So it's just going to be a basic meander with some stars thrown in, just to kind of get that space effect. And then I have a feeling this is going to be done pretty quick, because I think it's going to stitch out fast. So let's get down to it. Finished quilting the bottom row. This ended up being like 46 by 58, I believe. And so it's a good little lap size per usual with these 3-yard quilts. So we're all finished quilting. There's a little peek at the back. And so now I've just got to trim off this little excess so I can trim it up on the floor, get it all ready to put our nice, lovely green binding on, and then call it done. So we're going to unload this and get ready to check it off the list. Well, our double focus Buzz Lightyear treasured quilt is done and ready for donation. And I think everything just came together so nicely, from the blues to the green binding to tie into the sashing, and then the fun of the backing. Even though it's not like a green on a blue, it's still a fun contrasty color on there with that medium blue. Just kind of give it a little something different. And like I said, this was about 46, I believe, by 58. So it's a pretty good size. Let's see. Comes up to, I can't even see it. Comes up to about my armpits. But yeah, I think this one was fun. I really like how this turned out, since this was such a simple shape. It's so good for anything that you kind of just want to let it stay the focus instead of cutting up smaller, which, I mean, that's the perk of this double focus book, right? And some of these obviously centered in there a little bit better than others, but I think it's just so fun. And then the borders, I think the borders turned out really well on this, with the skinny, little skinny border here and then the wider here. I think it turned out amazing. So yet another gold star for the double focus book. And so let's go get this outside so I can give you some final reveal photos so you can see it all in its super Buzz Lightyear entirety with its star quilting. And then we'll be on to the next one super soon. So let's head outside and get some finished photos.